Sorry about that. I had started a video, something happened, I turned off the camera. This reading is for the Aquarius Collective. I've already started dealing your cards, sorry about that. As said, there was a noise and I didn't want the video getting interrupted, so I do have 3. This is going to be a general reading. Friendly reminder, this is only my second tarot channel video that I have done. I am still learning. I am still trying to improve. I just did a Capricorn video as my very first one. So bear with me. I will be looking at the book. I will be reading from the books. I am using a new deck that I got Saturday. It is my Dungeons and Dragons deck, and I'm absolutely in love with it. I've only used it the once. This will now be the second time. Bear with me. Bear with me. These cards are trying to get out of my hands already, which is amazing. This reading is for Aquarius. Lovely bunch of people. Quirky, fun-loving, creative individuals, extremely talented. One of my best friends is an Aquarius, and I've met a lot of other good people as well. Majority of them are artists of some kind. I know one that is amazing with the violin. She's actually a teacher. Or was, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure she still is. Another one was an extremely good artist, trying to be a comic book artist way long ago. And he was very talented as well. I'm sure there's quite a few others that I am missing, but off the top of my head, those are the main ones. My best friend is amazing. Very hardworking individual, very loving, very compassionate, very passionate about what she does. When she gets her head into something, she sticks it out. She works very hard. She does not give up. Very charismatic, very fun, very unique, and a very large blessing in my life. That Aquarius, this is your reading for January 1st through January 15th. I did go 2 weeks in just to see what kind of energies we will get from this. So I'm trying to do one last shuffle here. Just so that I'm bending my cards back into place. Okay, so thank you so much for being with me one more time. Hopefully this won't be too long. My Capricorn video did run into an hour, which I was hoping to kind of keep it a little shorter than that. But as I said in the Capricorn video, I ramble a lot, obviously. I digress a lot. I have to look at the books. I want to look in the books, especially with a lot of the decks that I have. I feel like the entire message is important. I feel like it is not my decision to cut out information from it for you. Friendly reminder to take what resonates, and if it does not resonate, you leave it behind. If anything does not resonate at all with you, then the message is not for you. Energy is always changing. Energy is fluid. Depending on the decisions that we make, depending on what we're manifesting, depending on what paths we take, everything is always moving, always changing. Take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, leave it behind. I did fail to mention in the last video, or in my Capricorn video, this is Sun, Moon, and Rising. So it's for those Aquarius placements. Most people that are watching these videos already know to look into their other signs, their other houses, things like that. But in case you do not know or you're new to tarot, hey, I'm pretty much new myself. So thank you so much for being with me one more time. I will do my best to show you the cards, explain the cards, things like that. Again, this is my second live, or not so much live, but second YouTube video, so trying to get into the swing of things. and this is an adventure of itself for me as well. Again, I am using my D&D deck. I absolutely love the artwork. It's beautiful, but they are a little different, so I definitely need the book for this one pretty much all the time. But again, super awesome. Thank you for being here with me, and let's get started. The overall energy of your deck is the Chariot card. You cannot see it. I'm sorry. I'm kind of working with limited space at this time. I'm trying to set up an area, but as I said, since I just started doing this, it is kind of a spur of the moment thing for me. You got the Chariot card, which is all about movement, all about momentum, things like that. Sorry. Whew. Card number 7. Make a drink here real quick, sorry. So your overall energy of the deck is the Chariot. Movement. In the D&D deck, it says following through on your intentions and manifesting your desires. So funny, because the Capricorn reading that I just did was pretty much all about manifesting, all about following through, moving on, letting go. It was super awesome. So I cannot wait to see what you guys have. In the D&D book, it actually gives you the dungeon side of it, which I love. You find a trapped Ifrit who offers you his services for a year if you can find a way to free him. So I do really like these. It's very cute. It's very fun. It makes me want to get my dice out so that I can actually roll and read to you guys. It would be so fun. So that's the overall energy of the deck. Normally, as said, it's all about movement, it's all about momentum, it's all about going forward, changing your direction, things like that. So in your current situation, you have the 4 of Intelligence. 4 of Intelligence says, taking time to meditate before moving forward while making sure you are not avoiding action. How interesting is that? Your overall energy is about movement, but your current situation or your current feelings, your foundation, is about almost thinking before you act, but not to avoid taking that action. It's just to think things through, right? That's awesome, guys. You then have a follow-up of the 9 of Intelligence as what is crossing you. So that is what is supporting you or what could be challenging you. Or honestly, I feel like sometimes it can be both. Either or, especially depending on how you're reading the card. All of your cards are actually in the upright, which is interesting, because Capricorn had all but 1 in the upright position in this deck. So, sorry, I'll try not to keep rambling. Looking at how thoughts can create turmoil and finding a way to observe them from a dispassionate space of stillness. Okay. Looking at how thoughts can create turmoil and finding a way to observe them from a dispassionate space of stillness. Interesting. Okay. So, movement, meditating, thinking things through before taking action, but not avoiding action, and then looking at how thoughts can create turmoil and finding a way to observe them from a dispassionate space of stillness. So I almost feel like you begin to assume the worst. Like you're almost jumping to conclusions as of late. Again, take what resonates, not what stays, but that is the energy that I'm getting from those cards. It could not even be like an all the time thing, or it could be with certain decisions you start to almost freak yourself out or psych yourself out when you know you're capable of doing these amazing things, or that you usually do try to discern. I don't know, how do I want to word that? Yeah, I think that's what you psych yourself out. That's I'm going to leave it at that. I feel like you are trying to psych yourself out, and that is challenging you. But supporting you if you can find yourself, or you have already found yourself looking at a way that, yes, these negative things might happen or these bad things might happen, but maybe even looking at as, if you don't take the chance, how are you ever going to find out? Yeah, maybe those things will happen, but what if they don't? You'll never know if you don't make that decision, right? Cool. Sorry, give me one moment here. Trying not to get in the way here. So we have the Six of Charisma as what you should focus on, or the foundation of this, right? So the Six of Charisma, which, interesting looking guy here. He looks like a bad guy. I'm not even gonna lie, but maybe that's why he's in the charisma car, right? Giving and receiving fully while not sacrificing your values or exhausting your energy. An old mariner tells you the precise location of a legendary shipwreck off the coast. Interesting. Okay, so getting that, especially Aquarius, yeah, I totally understand. I actually just read a really interesting thing, which I believe it was in The Secret. It might be The Power. I don't remember. I'm actually reading through all of them right now and working on my own manifesting. Trying not to talk about myself here, but there is a part that talks about there is a difference from giving and a difference between giving and sacrificing, which when I read it, I actually even talked to one of my friends about it, and I was like, but depending on what it is, it would still be a sacrifice. And it's like, well, yes, but would it? You know, is it still a sacrifice if it saves someone's life and that is truly what you wish for it to be? If it's going to give you a feeling of bitterness or a feeling of you're never going to get that reciprocity, it's not coming from the right place, almost. Like, your sacrifice is a gift because you have to, almost, right? So it doesn't come across as actually giving. Sacrificing does not fill you with a amazing, warm, loving joy, but giving does. So when you give from a place of love and a place of abundance and a place of love, I'm just gonna leave it at that, you will receive that fully from the universe. It comes back to you. Sacrificing does not. So don't sacrifice or exhaust your energy to pour into someone else or to pour into something. If you are having to sacrifice anything that you strongly believe in or strongly feel to have love or to receive goodness, it's not good, it's not for you. So do think about that. Do put yourself in a place of love. Do focus on you. It doesn't mean you have to be selfish. It means just make sure that you are taking the right steps to make sure your boundaries are not being crossed, to make sure you are not being abused in a manner of speaking, right? Let's go ahead and keep going. And then, if we are pacing pretty well, I'll try to go back and maybe clarify that Six of Charisma just to see. You probably already know what it is. I'm just curious because I'm not sure. I have an energy here going that does fit really well. But, again, you are the Aquarius. I actually only have like one placement, I think, if I remember correctly, maybe two placements of Aquarius. So it's not really in my it's kind of like, oh, okay. Six of Strength is in the past position in your reading. The Six of Strength, enjoy the success, but don't get too attached to it. Funny, Capricorn actually got that as well, but not in this position. What's your definition of success? Riding the highs and lows. So in this past position, Aquarius, what's your definition of success? When will you be happy? Maybe you actually already reached that, and maybe you actually already came to the decision of, you know what? I am successful, and I'm doing great, and I'm happy, and I'm okay, and I'm contented. And you know what? That's good. Because, when you put a bar, achieving things feels amazing, right? Like, achieving even the most small things can put you in a great mood. But if you just keep reaching and reaching and reaching and reaching and reaching and reaching and reaching, where's the ceiling, right? Or when will it ever be enough for you? And maybe you actually came to realize that. Or maybe this recently just happened and you were like, what's going on? I mean, right? So just be wary of that. Past traumas do tend to re-emerge if you do not handle them. Cycles will continue to repeat. So just, maybe you're already past that, that's sad. Oh, and that's so cool. Okay. What possibilities? Okay. Let me see. I just want to use the actual term here. So you have the possibilities involved, or what you might be hoping for. Okay. I like how that one is worded. The Seven of Strength, right after the Six of Strength. Very interesting. Dealing with the overwhelming. Letting go of what causes stress, perfectionism, desire, fear, and future tripping. You find a magical sword, roll 1d6. If it's 1 through 3, it's a +1 sword. If it's 4 through 6, it's a +1 sword. That when unsheathed, sings loudly. Okay, that's awesome. So, we were just talking about this. I do feel like you are dealing with something or someone, or even in a past tense, you had someone or something that really... It almost comes across to me as the kind of energy of a childhood trauma almost, where you had to grow up so fast. You had to grow up so fast to deal with something that wasn't really in control. You were not in control of anything. Nothing was controllable. It was inevitable. But unfortunately, because when we have to do that, it sticks with you. And then you have to heal your inner child, and you have to work on a lot of things. And sometimes you don't realize these things are affecting you until years later. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, okay, maybe. Because just dealing with the overwhelming, letting go of what causes stress. And especially right after, here you have this big successful card in your past, and it's like, yeah, you're doing great, good job, enjoy it, but don't get attached to it, because it's not always going to be there. And the way you set the bar, it's never going to be there, because you keep moving it. You keep going, that was nice, but okay, a little more. Okay, that was nice, but that's a little more. Okay, what about a little bit more, right? And then you have this overwhelming thing that causes you stress. Well, guess what? Your success is going to do that. And guess what? Giving everything you have and sacrificing yourself and your beliefs and your values to make other people happy, or that you think you have to do it, is causing that stress. And guess what? You are getting negative about it, and you're getting spiteful about it, and you're starting to doubt yourself and psych yourself out of things that you want, right? And then you're wishy-washy on it, and you're having to think about it, and it's causing you to second guess yourself, Aquarius. Like, you're amazing. You're creative. You're hardworking. You're intelligent. You are unique. Everyone is unique, but you are unique. And you're kind of losing that because you're having to keep up with things, is what I'm getting out of this. Like, you're having to be the grown up, as you're having to adult, right? You're having to be this person, even though it's like, man, what happened to my fun life? What happened to this? And you're having to just keep going. And that can be exhausting, especially when you're not taking the time for yourself. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, let's continue. So then we have our near future, which is the Nine of Wisdom. Which I need a coffee break anyway. Sorry, excuse me. Nine of Wisdom is your near future. Finding the balance between enjoying our accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. A horde of marauders is rumored to be en route to a village. The townsfolk ask the party for help. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Finding the balance between enjoying our accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. Do you know how funny that is to me? Because again, talking about The Secret and a bunch of the other things that I've been reading, it actually does talk about how we tend to become complacent. We tend to start not being thankful. We start to not be grateful. We start to just being like, yeah, this is my everyday life. Oh yeah, okay, it's another day, it's another dollar kind of attitude. And even though life is good, we start losing the excitement, right? We start trying to do things new or exciting or for ourselves because, well, it's just another day, right? Right, see? It's just another day. Who cares? So, yeah. Be aware, Aquarius. Just don't... It's great to be happy with your life, right? And it's great to be comfortable, but don't diminish new adventures or new beginnings or new cycles or new careers or new hobbies because life is good here, right? Because life is good, but it can always be better. It can always be great. And life should be good, but don't start to, I guess, don't, I don't know how to word that. I feel like I'm giving conflicting advice, but it kind of happens sometimes, is don't get bored. Don't get lazy. Be thankful, be happy, be excellent. Who cares if it happens every day? Be thankful for it. Be like, yes, I woke up with my person. I woke up with this life. I woke up with this awesome job. I'm still so thankful for it. Oh, look, my dog. Oh, look, the birds. Oh, look at the sky. Awesome, 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 awesome. Because sometimes, even though we are enjoying our life and loving our life and appreciating every second of it, we really aren't showing it. Or we're not showing the universe, God, higher self, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, we're not showing that affection anymore. We're not showing the excitement. We're not showing the happiness that we had because we're complacent. So we're like, oh, okay, yeah, well, this is nice, so I don't have to try anymore. Don't do that. Don't fall into that trap. Okay? Next up, we got the Nine of Strength, which you do have actually a lot of strength cards. Actually, you got a nice mix. Nine of Strength. Finding the wellspring of resolve to push through hardship. A test of faith. So this is you and the energy you're bringing to this reading, Aquarius, is the Nine of Strength. Finding the wellspring of resolve to push through hardship. A test of faith. Just going off of this reading and the battle that you have and the Aquariuses that I know, absolutely, this is a test of faith. Absolutely, this is, you are pushing through. You are pushing so hard. And again, as said, I feel like you're having to be the adult. You are feeling pretty stressed out. You are feeling pretty rushed, right? Like, you've always been a very compassionate, passionate person, Aquarius. And you're amazing. I said, you're amazing. You're talented. You're full of these ideas. You're a hardworking person when it comes to something that you want, or like when you put your mind to it, you stick to it. And then all of a sudden, life has been kind of dealing you a rough time, and it has been for the last few years for everyone across the board, Aquarius. But yes, absolutely. I can totally see the energy of this card and hear it, and it is hard, but a test of faith, absolutely. No matter what you believe in, no matter what, believe in yourself. If that is all you have to believe in, but absolutely find the wellspring of resolve to push through your hardships, because they are there. And you know what? But the best news, I guess, is keep moving forward, Chariot. This is all you can do. The hardships are in the past. You're gonna find it. You're already building it. You can tell that by your cards. Absolutely. Okay. Trying not to take up too much time here, but I get so distracted, and I want to talk to you, and I want to give you a big hug and be like, it's okay. Ace of Charisma, this awesome looking dwarf. I'm not sure if it actually is a dwarf, but he's awesome. He looks great. All right, anyway. So that is your environment or your external influences. The Ace of Charisma. So, a new opportunity and a time of manifestation and abundance. All right. These are your external. So, you are facing all of this, and it is taking a toll on you. But the universe is bringing you, or is trying to show you, that this is absolutely an opportunity. And this is actually really funny to me, because a lot of things are saying right now is a really good time for manifesting. And Jupiter being in direct is actually playing a lot in being lucky and abundance and things like that, from what I've seen. And I'm not sure how Jupiter affects Aquarius, but that is very interesting to me. I'll have to look into it a little bit more, but that's good. That's good. It probably doesn't feel very good right now, but it is good. Find your silver lining, right? Two of Wisdom is hopes, fears, reminders, and warnings. 1, 2. Oh no, I'm sorry. You still do have a 1, 2, but 2 of Wisdom, being able to be with someone, whether a friend or lover, and still retain your own sense of individuality. I can't believe I just stumbled on that. You are approached by the captain of the city guard to see if you will track down and capture a dangerous criminal. Ooh. No thanks. Just kidding. So being able to be with someone, whether a friend or a lover, and still retain your own sense of individuality. So that being in the hope, fear, reminder, and warning, right? So obviously you could be looking for love. You could be looking for friendship. Maybe you want to hang out with friends. Maybe you're feeling isolated. Or maybe you're feeling like you're kind of suffering a codependency. I'm not sure. Or maybe it's warning that you might be down a path of codependency. Almost like the normally the devil card. This is not the devil card of this deck, so I know it's not. but I do feel like that might be a little bit of what this is saying. Obviously, you know better if something resonates from that. So being able to be with someone, whether a friend or lover, and still retain your own sense of individuality. Nonetheless, I would just say, even if you were to put that in the advice category, hopes, loves, or hopes, fears, reminders, warnings, if we were to put that in the advice card, don't get snuffed out. Whether you are with someone, whether you are looking for someone, maybe, I don't know, maybe just even a partnership, don't be snuffed out. Don't tame yourself, Aquarius, to please people. Again, which one was that? Right? Okay. Yeah, don't sacrifice your values or beliefs. Don't dull yourself down. We can appreciate everyone's lights. That does not mean you dim yourself out to do so. Okay? That's the energy I get from that card. Especially with the Six of Charisma or your earlier part. So then we're ending with the Death card. Everyone tends to kind of freak out if you don't know tarot over the death and the devil, things like that. It doesn't mean someone's gonna die. I mean, it could, but that is not what the card represents. But it is a beautiful card. It is a little scary for some, but I think it's absolutely beautiful. It's very devilish, but it's a beautiful card. Beautiful artwork on all of these. Death is about change or ending cycles, or it can be abrupt, okay? But it doesn't always have to be scary, right? Change could be anything. Change could be good, even if you're not expecting it. But it could be also just to say that it's the end of a cycle. It's the end of the cycle. Change doesn't mean change isn't always bad. It's actually, it might feel a little bad, but it's not bad. Change is good. Change is good. Always be able to adapt. That was one of the things that Capricorn kept getting, is practicing adaptability, practicing flexibility, practice bending so you don't break. The transformation from one perceptual reality to another and ending of habitual patterns. Okay, so yes, I'm going to go ahead and say your Nine of Wisdom, I believe, wasn't that the one? Let me jump back here real quick, because I've yes. Finding the balance between enjoying our accomplishments and not slipping into complacency. Transformation from one perceptual reality to another and the ending of habitual patterns. Okay, so absolutely. And then you had the Seven of Strength as well, right? That was your possibilities involved. This was your near future, and this is your outcome, Aquarius. Movement, change. Don't be complacent. Don't sacrifice yourself. People love you. You love you. Don't snuff yourself out. Let's go ahead and I do want to clarify. I can't remember what I was going to clarify earlier in the reading. Oh, you're past the Six of Strength, I believe. I will clarify your outcome. Sorry about the yawn. I'm going to go ahead and clarify the outcome. I'll go ahead and use I'm probably going to stick with the same thing that I did for Capricorn. Maybe. These are like my two favorite decks. I love my other decks as well, but thank you so much. Clarification for Aquarius on the Death card. Please and thank you. Nope. Any more to clarify? You're just going to give me one to clarify? That's interesting. Come on. seemed kind of like it was gonna go, and then it didn't. Is that it? I'm just gonna take the first one that fell from that, only because it seemed kind of forced. So, the Sun in reverse, and the Full in reverse. Okay, so let's check these out real quick. Pardon me, hold on. Okay, I just wanted to look at the deck real quick and make sure that I didn't have it like flipped or anything. Granted, I've been shuffling normal, but you never know. So kind of cool that to clarify, let's just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. My bad. 4. 4 major arcana cards for your reading. Sorry, I'm pulling out the book. I got distracted by looking at your cards here. So, clarifying the Death card. These are both in the reverse position. That doesn't always mean anything bad. Actually, a lot of the time, it's kind of more so this is like the energy you can change, or, you know, sometimes it's things that you can build up to. So, like, not so much that these are going to happen badly or anything like that. It's more so like with the energy that you have right now, or like what comes of this change, you know, it can mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. So sorry, I want to clarifying your Death card. You have a lot of optimism, freedom from care, but you are struggling to see the bright side, which coincides with your 9 of Intelligence that we got earlier. Because you're psyching yourself out still. So you have this change, you have this need or want to kind of move yourself along, and it's, you're kind of struggling, but you're being optimistic, and you do have a freedom from care. I'm going to go ahead and read the bottom here. The Sun card can hint, I'm going to show you it upright. Very cute. I love these cards. Can hint a few different things. Either you're having difficulty seeing and appreciating the silver linings in life, or your successes and celebrations are taking longer to actualize. Be patient, because happiness, joy, and love are on the horizon, but be careful to not be overly optimistic. Check with those you trust to make sure you're being realistic. So, yeah. You know, that happens. Sometimes we get really excited about something or want something really, really badly that we set expectations too high, or unrealistic expectations, I should say. Then you do have the Fool card in reverse as well. So, very cute. She's very dreamy. Recklessness, restraint, and consideration. This card tells you to pause and reconsider your decisions. Yes, intuition and idealism are great, but it's important not to ignore common sense. Things aren't always as they seem, so think ahead and look before you leap. Lastly, if you're surrounded by signs telling you to go, 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 but you're still hesitating, this card reversed tells you to stop hemming and hawing and go all in. So I guess the way I feel about that, or how I interpret that, is basically what your other cards already said. Again, this is why I love tarot so much. I love that they coincide like this. It's fine to meditate. It's fine to think things through. It's time to think before you act, but still act. Make a decision. It's okay if it is there is no right or wrong choice, almost like this. Like, it will consistently be changing and growing. Again, changing. Again, unexpected, high expectations, unrealistic expectations. Psyching yourself out of doing things, selling yourself short. Don't snuff yourself out, don't snuff your light out. Yeah. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and keep this pony show moving. We're about 41 minutes with you. It did take me an hour to finish Capricorn's reading, so I am going to try to do it a little faster here for you. Grateful. I think I'm just going to do the one card for Aquarius as well. I only did one card for Capricorn, so we're just going to keep this pony moving. I'm going to go ahead and kind of do this a little different. Perfect. Thank you so much. Only because I don't want to take up as much time. I'm trying to get a little bit better. I'm trying to get to the point. I still want to discuss things with you, but that is a huge thing for me. Is like, I just want to sit here and talk to you guys and communicate with you guys, but I also know, like, you have places to be, I have places to be, and I have a lot to get through. So I'm like, okay, I don't want to rush. I want to take my time with you guys, but I also don't want us all sitting here forever, right? Nobody wants that. Let's see what you got, Aquarius. Divine Being, number 16 from the Mystical Journey Oracle. Again, I'm not sure if I said this on this video or not. I definitely did in Capricorn. Part of the reason it takes me so long is I do not want to rip you off of what these messages say. So I do try to read through them. Maybe that's what takes so long. It's definitely a part of it. Never forget that you are a divine being, and the situation you are going through is so you can increase the amount of light for which your soul can hold a space. You may be doing it tough, and it feels so much more real when you are in the human body. You came to this earth to experience so many wonderful things, Aquarius, but with it comes the pain and dark emotions that only a human body can provide. You can make a great difference here on earth, but you do need to be in a physical body to be effective. Give yourself the time to grieve a loss, the space to feel your emotions, and the grace to be gentle on yourself. You are going through a season of trial, but on the other side is a lightness of being that only could exist if you have lived through hard times. Keeping your spirits up by surrounding yourself with uplifting people, doing the things you love to do, wearing comfortable clothes, and eating nourishing foods. Don't ask too much of yourself at this time. If you feel fear or darkness around you, always look for the light. Turn your mind to kinder and happier thoughts and treat yourself as a precious object. Focus on and remain in your heart center, imagining a beautiful light filling the space. As you repeat this mantra, visualize a gentle and healing blue light filling your body. When I treat myself with gentleness, I make myself stronger. Yeah, totally, Aquarius. Totally. Like, even as I'm like doing your reading, I'm sitting there going, like, you guys don't understand how amazing you are. Next up, we have Wise Woman of the Grove, Grace, from my Sacred Forest Oracle. She is number 49. The Wise Woman of the Grove steps forwards and hands you an intricately carved wooden box. This is my gift to you. Guard it well. With care, you open the box. Inside rests a perfect ruby. It sparkles in the light. This is a joy activator, she says. Hold it to your heart, and all around you, in all directions, all beings will relax and find joy in the moment. Joy is the great gift that you can give another. It is the gift of grace. When this card chooses you, you are at the advent of a remarkable time of ease, wisdom, healing, joy, and inspiration. Your ability to hear the voices of Spirit is rapidly expanding. Spirit guardians are watching over you with immense love and kindness. Being in the state of grace means being blessed by divine forces because you're a divine being, Aquarius. Grace can mean having enough inner nobility that even if you know your opinion is absolutely right, you don't push the point. You are willing to drop it, knowing in the great scheme of things, it's not that important. Besides, the Creator knows the truth of the situation, even if others don't. There are times to be abruptly, starkly honest, but this isn't one of them. Be diplomatic and gracious in your interactions with others. Speak with love and kindness. The spirit of the wise woman of the grove says, you can relax and let go. Your path is guided. Spiritual nobility is growing within you. The spirit of grace is softly unfolding in your life. Kindly honor the truth of others, even if you don't agree or if you know better. The Creator knows the truth. So I'm not sure completely how that resonates. That might be a little more personal to some of you, or it could maybe go back to like what I was saying. It might have been something that was kind of more traumatic to you guys. Absolutely. It could have been a childhood trauma. It could have been a loss of someone. It could have been a recent loss. It could have been a recent loss that brought up a past loss. It could have been a past loss. Some of us are kind of a little rougher in life with that. But then you also got ease and grace from the Angel Guides Oracle deck. So I definitely think, well, yeah, let me go ahead and grab it. Ease and grace. Interesting, Aquarius. This is a time to learn and adapt. You're being guided to slow down. Take your time. Interesting, huh? Take in the current moment and allow space for events to occur. You often put too much pressure and expectation on yourself, and this is not required. See, I love tarot. Oh my gosh. Also, with constant effort and rush, you'll find yourself becoming overwhelmed and tired. When you're too forceful, you use up too much energy, and that may hinder your progress at this time. If you are in a difficult situation at work or with other people, don't feel you have to prove your skills, talents, or worth. Just step back and breathe, and through grace, you will be seen, understood, and recognized for who you truly are. You are being guided to flow like water. Don't feel the need to rush or force your way ahead. A gentle approach will be more rewarding. Have patience and move with subtlety and grace. Your angel guide is encouraging you to see life as a dance, one step at a time. You will make your way through this incredible journey. Learning more and growing along the way, how can you move with more elegance? How can you slow down? How can you bring more grace and poise to your current situation? This is a time to soften, breathe, and move in a way that is steady but flowing. This information may come as a surprise or even a challenge to you, but your angels know it will be beneficial for what is coming your way next. Okay, so let's go ahead. Thank you so much. We're going to go ahead and snag this guy. These are Doreen Virtue cards. I have an Angel of Abundance, which is this one right here. We are actually doing a lot better on time. I feel like I may have rushed yours a little bit, Aquarius. Now I feel kind of bad. I'm sorry. Only because I don't want you having to sit here forever either. As said, I'm going to do exactly. They only gave you one abundance. I wonder if they'll give you more. When I did the Capricorn reading, Angels of Abundance spit out like 3 of them. And I was like, okay, I was only doing 1 card for everyone, but okay. Anyway, so I'm using Doreen Virtue cards for this section. I'm only going to pull out 1 of each unless they decide to give you more. One of these decks, Angel of Abundance Romance. Sorry, you can't even see that where I put it. Sorry, Angel of Abundance Romance. One of these decks is called the Life Purpose Oracle deck. I did use it in the Capricorn one. Again, I'm not 100% sure if I like doing it with a collective reading, only because they do seem a little more personal. They seem a little bit more one-on-one, or even a personal usage, but I do like them. I think it did work really well with Capricorns. So, any others? Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. So Capricorn got 3 Angel of Abundance. Aquarius, you have 3 of Angel Therapy. So, let's see. I will still pull a purpose card. A purpose card. Maybe just out of curiosity now, because now I'm kind of curious what that might have been. I might not use these. I think that was an accident. But, okay. Well, I don't remember. I did romance first. Not that it matters. Keep an open mind. For those of you looking, for those of you in a relationship, this is probably more. This is probably more somebody who is looking for romance or struggles to pick a person because they're, again, not what you had expected. It says, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So for those of you looking for love, you might be shooting down a lot of prospects or not even giving them a chance just because they're not what you usually date. But in most cases, if you always go for the same type of person, you're just repeating cycles. So just keep an open mind. For this, I do feel like this is a romance card, but maybe keeping an open mind might come in handy with all relations, or even in your own personal life. Just saying. Because you did have some of that mentioned in your reading. Angel of Abundance. Interesting. Okay, well, I am not sure. This Angel of Abundance, you got released jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Okay? So for that, maybe it has something to do with your freedom right now, with you having to kind of step up to things, or with you having to push yourself aside. Maybe you're starting to get a little bitter or spiteful of friends or family even, or even, and that could literally be anything. It could literally have been you walking down the street and you saw a bag and you were like, man, I want that bag. You don't want to be like that, and that is another thing taught in The Secret, is just be happy. Which is hard. It's easier said than done, for sure. Just be happy for other people, because if you come from a place of love, you are more likely to manifest it. You are supposed to have it returned. And it's also supposed to return tenfold. So yeah, release jealousy. You see a nice bag and you want it. Don't bash yourself for it. Just be like, oh, I want that bag. It would look amazing with this. Oh, blah. You don't say, I can't afford it. You don't say, oh, wait, she have it and I don't. You don't have that attitude. Or even relationships. Why are their relationships so much better than mine? The grass is greener, guys. Don't always compare apples to oranges. I'll leave that at that because I don't want to keep rambling on. Okay, interesting. And we'll look at the other two now, just in case. This actually says something about career change. And you're embarking upon a career that brings you the joy and abundance you desire and deserve, which is awesome. And it's a picture of a lighthouse, which is like the beacon of hope, right? The beacon calling you to shore. Again, that is probably not for everyone. These are probably not for everyone. If it resonates, absolutely take it. But if not, don't quit your job just because a card told you to. That is not the case. This is to help guide you. They are tools to help guide you inward and on your journey, not to make rash decisions based on, But because of that card, I am actually going to go ahead and look at these two that fell out with it. And it does say, you are able, oracle cards, you are able to discern answers and guidance for yourself and others. So that might be worth looking into. Or maybe you're already dabbling as well, Aquarius. I'm not sure. That's awesome. But it could also mean that you should maybe look into guidance or counseling or, a branch like that, just so that you can offer what you're already really good at. And maybe you already do that as well. And nutrition. You conduct healing work with your culinary skills. So maybe you need to cook at home more. Maybe you need to enjoy some really good food, some comfort foods. Lift up your vibration. Again, I'm not sure how much of these are really going to relate to a general audience. But take what resonates, right? And maybe they mean something different to you than it does to me, right? Because you are the Aquarius. So angel therapy, these three did come out for you first. And it looks like we're about to hit an hour for you as well. Sorry, Aquarius. Singing and dancing. Express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Who does not love music and movement? Yeah, singing, dancing. Raise your frequency. Enjoy it. Have fun. Awesome. Oh, looky. You do have a twin flame coming in or already have them. The answer to your question involves a spiritually based romantic relationship. So maybe something that you're struggling with right now, Aquarius, is your twin flame. Maybe you're in separation, or maybe you're having issues, maybe you're bumping heads, or maybe a cycle is repeating with your person. Twin flames are actually one of the more difficult relationships that you can have. So, because they're not a storybook romance, they are one of the other readers that I love watching actually likes to describe them as magnets, because that is what it is. It's the law of attraction. But they are a mirror of yourself, so of course you oppose each other. So the more you chase this person, the more they run away, or vice versa. Because you guys, magnets can't come together, or they can. Anywho, sorry. Cancel, clear, and delete is your third card that you got. It says use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form, asking angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. Yes, when you say something bad, even if just for a moment, negative thoughts are actually pretty powerful, but positive thoughts are more powerful. If you even say something bad about yourself jokingly, cancel, clear, and delete it. Cancel, clear, and delete. However you want to say that, just make sure that you're like, nope, that wasn't what I wanted to say. Use only positive words and thoughts. Happy thoughts. Happy thoughts. Thoughts you already have. Not, I'm ugly, I'm fat, say, nope, I'm the perfect way. Nope, I am this. I am this. I am this. I am great. I am successful. I am wealthy. I am loved. I am supported. I am cherished. I am successful. I am talented. I am creative. I am beautiful. I am handsome. I am strong. Whatever you want, use only positive thoughts and forms. And this does coincide with your reading as well. Be mindful of what your thoughts are doing to yourself. Your negative thoughts are getting in the way. So just be very, very careful with that. Real quick, this one I will pull out for you, Aquarius. This is the Beyond Lumeria deck. This one I do not have a guidebook, so I do have to use my phone. That is what I'm doing over here. My husband is texting me as well that he can pick up my daughter from school today, which is awesome. It means I don't have to go anywhere. It means that I get to enjoy my day off until she gets home with him. And then, yeah, awesome. I can do this all day long now if I want to. I do have other things. Okay, Aquarius, it says surrender. I'm going to have to look these up because I have no idea. These are brand new. I have not used them. Let me get that into the camera for you. Ooh, we're about the same time as Capricorn. So now I don't feel as bad. Never mind, Aquarius. I didn't lie. You were not rushed. I might have talked a little less in Capricorn and explained more, and you got like my blah 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 blah. What? Surrender. Did I spell it wrong? Sorry guys, one moment, because it is not popping up. Number 48. Surrender. Your daddy's alright, your mommy's alright, they just seem a little weird. Surrender, but don't give yourself away. Just for you. There it is. Okay, sorry guys. Now I'm ready. Trust, letting go of control, free flow, receptivity, yin energy, inner knowing, intuition, synchronistic opportunities, getting out of your way, the path of least resistance, allowing who you naturally are to flourish. Tell me that that is just not kind of eerily awesome and fun. I love the fact that you got this. And remember, I use multiple decks to. It's awesome. I'm gonna skip the little story because it is very long. It does say that this painting on the card is called A Star is Born. Perhaps if you want to look up the Lumeria, Beyond Lumeria deck, maybe you could pull up the description if you would like, that tells her little story, or his, I think it's a her, I don't remember, I'm sorry, their little stories, and how they came up with these things. But the meaning behind this card is loosen your hold on the reins and know the universe will catch you. Trust, even though things are not as you imagine. Stay poised and aligned with your purpose. At the last minute, the situation will reveal its magic. So I absolutely adore that. That is the card you finished with. I'm going to grab you a rune, more if they give it to me. Okay, you get two. You get two. Oh. Ooh, you got the blank one, Aquarius. I've yet to get a blank one. So exciting. That'll be learning curve for us. Okay, and this guy. Let me pull this. Again, I am learning how to work with these, so bear with me, please. Bear with me, please. Okay, that is that one there. Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. So I think I'm just trying to make sure I'm looking at the right thing. Pretty sure I am. So oh, just kidding, guys. Perhaps you only get one. It actually says that the blank room is was invented in 1980, so it actually has like nothing to do with anything. It should not be used. Sorry. Save it if you lose a piece, which I'm like, oh, so you would just redo your letter. Good to know. Okay, looks like you got Berkano. I might be saying these wrong. So, Berkta, the birch goddess. Birth, general fertility, both mental and physical, and personal growth and liberation. Regenerative power and light of spring. Renewal, promise of new beginnings, new growth. Arousal of desire, a love affair or new birth. The prospering of an enterprise or venture. That's very interesting. I am going to read the reversal sign of the Berkano just in case. I don't believe that I did move it because it was facing this way when I moved it, and all I did was just spin it around for you. It doesn't really look... I mean, it does. It says Berkano reversed or Merkstav, so I'm not sure really how to tell. I guess no, they look the same to me, so... I don't, maybe if it's like pulled like that, like a mountain. Again, I'm still learning, so I'm gonna go ahead and read it just in case. But it does say family problems and/or domestic troubles, anxiety about someone close to you, carelessness, abandon, loss of control, blurring of consciousness, deceit, sterility, and stagnation. So just in case, don't fret on those things, but I mean, the anxiety about someone close to you does speak to me in this reading, so that is why I wanted to read it, but the rest of it speaks as well. So don't take, just because there's a definition in there does not mean that it is
exactly that. And it also doesn't mean that it is telling you the future. You know, just remember that it's just something that we do have to be really clear about, that like this isn't telling you that like, oh, someone's gonna die or you're not gonna be able to have children or, you know, anything like that. It's not that. There's just the meaning of things, and I would rather you discern the meaning yourself, if it resonates to you. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Love you guys. Bye.